Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Polio Jr., and to the other side of me, as always, CJ's Info. Christopher, what's
Yo, what's
happening,
going
sir?
on, guys? We're back again for another round of podcasts. Day after, which I think is the first. I don't think we've done back to back
Once,
one time.
once, yeah, once or twice, I think.
Hmm.
We were looking at it before.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I'm
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Every
So,
once in a
what was?
while, we get carried away and want to, give you guys as much content, give you as much of us as
Yeah,
possible. So, welcome to episode 23 of the Inner Circle podcast. And so we have, I mean, this, obviously we could talk about whatever we want to talk about, but it seems like this podcast may be more oriented towards gaming than anything else, but but we will briefly discuss some other things as well. So, I'm just going to get right into this just before we even start. Just going back to the page, as always. So, back to our main page. So, even though we did one yesterday, we still gained a couple subscribers from yesterday, at least two from from yesterday's podcast.
yeah,
But
it's pretty good.
yeah, but the cool thing is, and also just had this up too, just to remind everybody that um, that we are on Spotify, because so many people use Spotify.
Hmm.
And if you see our video come up on YouTube, then that means that it is more than likely that it's already up or about to be up on all of the major platforms. And it goes on Spotify pretty quickly. It goes on Spotify and Apple, yeah, pretty quickly. So, um,
Still
but
waiting on Pandora to finalize everything.
yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, Pandora is taking their lovely time.
But I think Spotify has more users.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, just because of how they're set up. Like,
Yeah.
for a while, I don't think you could listen to, like, you couldn't pick individual songs to listen to on Pandora. I believe now you can,
Okay.
but initially that's not how it was set up,
Yeah.
uh, at all. It was just, you pick your station, and it would just play similar songs to the artist
Hmm.
or the song that you put in, and that was it. But now they have podcasts. Now they have the individual songs. So there's way more browsing features than there used to be. So, um, and then, not not that this is funny, because she's totally okay, but you know, I think everybody in my family today received a phone call, um, because my mom actually had to go to the hospital today for Bell's palsy, which the only reason I knew a little bit about was because, long story short, um, I remember there being, she wasn't sure if she had a stroke or not, and I was like, Mom, like, if you had a stroke, like, you wouldn't have even been able to call the police. I mean, call the ambulance. If you had a full blown out stroke, like, there's no. Have you ever seen somebody have a stroke?
No, no, I've never seen anybody have a stroke.
Oh yeah, I saw it at But yeah, this is just. I mean, I'm just bringing this up, but like, she's totally fine. She just has, like, that, like what they're showing here, that little droopy kind of
Yeah.
face, but that, but it's totally treatable. It's like, it's rare as anything. So, and um,
It says it resolves within days to weeks. Short
right,
term.
yeah, it's really short term. So, whereas, like, if you had a stroke, you're pretty much out of commission for a while, and sometimes you're out of
Yeah.
commission for forever. Like people have
Right.
had a stroke and that was it. Like they're wheelchair bound. They can't speak anymore. Nothing.
Yeah, you have
So
to relearn everything, right?
I mean, yeah, to a degree, and sometimes you just physically can't even get out the words that you're trying to articulate.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
almost
can,
like you're paralyzed.
yeah, like not to make not to make fun, but like I've done jobs for people who have had strokes, and when they always had to have somebody with them because they would talk like they'd be like, what? And they just couldn't get it out.
Yeah,
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm like, that's fucking
yeah,
crazy
it's horrible, man.
over a stroke. It's insane.
It's horrible.
But yeah, nah, she's fine. So,
Yeah,
I
that's
should,
good.
sometimes when you get whispered down the lane from the family, everyone always assumes the worst.
Yeah,
So,
because I text you immediately. I'm like, "What's going on?" You're like, "She's fine. She didn't have a stroke." Because my mom's like, "She
yeah,
had a stroke. She had a stroke. He's
she's
got a
dead.
gun."
She's dead. She's dead.
Yeah, like, and then Aunt Rosanna, the one who apparently had a stroke, called me and said
Mm,
she had stroke-like symptoms, not,
symptoms. Right,
you
right.
know, that she
Yeah.
couldn't close her eyelid or something. She can't close her eye. I
Yeah.
started laughing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah. If you get I think, or maybe that's a seizure. Like when you get a seizure, like your fingers and your toes start to curl up and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. It's really bizarre. But yeah, I don't
But
know. Yeah, just
but
random
yeah,
information for everybody.
she's doing all right. So
Yeah, she's
we're
fine.
this podcast, like Paul said, would be mostly on, gaming, video games, some stuff coming out, and
Yeah.
some movies and stuff.
Yeah, always random for them. It's just whatever we find interesting.
Yeah,
So, well, you have some of the stuff on the gaming because we haven't talked about Call of Duty enough already. Um, we have some guy who supposedly was able to obtain copies before
yeah.
the initial release date.
I don't know how true it is, but apparently, I'll share it. This guy says that he claimed copies of the Call of Duty the new Modern Warfare, and selling them for $250 a piece. And you see, he posted it on Twitter, his pictures, and then he shared it, like I said, on his personal Instagram and Twitter. And I think you had did you pull up his Twitter?
I have his Twitter page. Yeah,
Yeah, you could show that too after I show this. But I think they had a video and it's not there anymore. But there's some information here as far as this story. He said what he showed was him playing something, but some people said it looked like he was playing a training. Just pause it for a second, pause.
yeah.
Paul. All right, so yeah, this guy claimed he leaked the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, selling them for $250 a piece. This is well before October 25th is saying, because the game's coming out when do we have the release date?
The game comes out the 25th.
Okay, yeah, the
Yeah.
25th. So he's saying he got it the other day or today or something.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's saying his post of this video allegedly showing him playing appears to be a gunfight mode. People think it's a training mode. So some people are just not thinking this is real, but it's a possibility that he got a hold of this CD somehow from this company called Redbox, and Redbox said that the barcodes packaging seen in the initial Instagram posts indicate the copies are likely taken from their facilities. So someone stole it and possibly sold it to him or gave it to him. And they're just not sure, if this was the case, but it also says there will be significant consequences if that is the case.
Oh yeah, no question. No question.
Possible fines will be implemented. So, but we have nothing to show you guys, unfortunately. It's just Paul's going to show you. I'll stop the screen share. show you what he has from this guy on his
Oh, it's the
Twitter
Twitter
account,
page. Yeah.
Twitter page. You want to show that, Paul?
Yeah. Let me pull it up. All right, let's get out of the Bell's palsy. And let's go into here.
Yeah, no more palsies or whatever.
Yeah. So this guy's at Von Garcon.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And that's a lot of followers, man. 27,000 followers. And he probably got a ton after this article got released. So,
now that picture that Paul just showing, if for people that are watching it, that is the Call of Duty mobile, which I have a picture on my YouTube video. I have the same picture as my cover or thumbnail for my gameplay video I did. So that's not what this is just as one of these pictures of him playing. But someone said, what does it say, Paul? Referring to that picture?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. So they said,
which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah, it said, so somebody replied to him and said, so you have the opportunity to play gunfight in Modern Warfare right now, but you're playing COD mobile? Is it just getting repetitive? Did you steal the tons of copies of Modern Warfare? So,
yeah.
And it looks like he's saying that he didn't steal them, that he did purchase them. So, but yeah,
which I don't understand. How could you purchase it early? I mean, unless it's somebody's an employee, I don't know. So
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think it's, regardless of how he obtained them, you're going to draw a lot of attention to you if you are showing this on
those
social
are
media.
PS4. In that picture, those are PS4 CDs.
Right. So,
and they're packaged, so they're unopened.
Yeah, I mean, this is just whatchamacallit. I mean, I wouldn't. Why would you post this on social media?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, because it's possible you get sued by.
What's he say? He says right there, dude. Something.
Up.
Yeah, up. Yeah, it says a little more. It says, dude, I was selling third party for a fee, and I'm not leaking footage. Hey Vaughn, I'm a reporter for IGN. Would you be able to provide any additional confirmation that you've got real copies of receipts?
Yeah, or
I don't know.
Or it could be a publicity stunt.
Yeah, who knows?
Saying, he obtained these, and like maybe he just took pictures of them and then put them back or something like that.
Probably something like that.
Saying that he had them, but yeah, I don't know.
Because it says, "What's this always love this time of year?" And it's like,
oh yeah.
So I'm wondering if you just took a picture of them, but then this whole thing about selling it for $250, I don't know. So
right. So there's no proof of it. It's just him. It's just him saying that. So there's no definitive proof that he's. But supposedly there was gameplay. But what they say, they weren't sure if it was like training grounds or something like that. So
yeah, they don't understand. They're not really sure if it's custom settings that someone said allowing him to use a mini map that's default or something. So it's just confusion about what he put on there, the video, which I think was taken down. So
yeah, it said like not available. Well, it said not available in your country or something like that.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. So I don't know if that was just because of your VPN, but I don't know. I have no idea.
No, I don't think so.
No. Is your VPN running? It doesn't matter. But
yeah.
Okay, because if your VPN's running, then it's going to have you in a different country a lot of times.
So is there a way to turn that off now or not?
Well, you can, but let me see. Yeah.
Is there somewhere here, like, what is it, block ads, turn that off maybe, or no?
I don't know.
That's just for ads.
That's for ads here, but I could possibly see it on. I could possibly see it on. It's
not available in your location.
Right.
Share it on your page. Okay.
So
yeah, if you can.
So
stop and share.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know. I don't know where that post would be though. And let's see here. Where would
Well,
that? It would. Isn't there like
if you click
media?
in the chat, in our chat on Zoom, and you click on the IGN link, maybe you could play it from there. Try to play it.
Okay, you have the.
The link is posted.
Yeah. Let me see here. IGN.
IGN, yeah. Click on that
Okay.
one.
Yeah. All right. Let's
See if it
let's
comes
see.
up.
All
See
right.
what happens.
It would just be interesting to see or not.
So yeah, see what it is. What he's showing. That's down a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Yep. There it is. That's the video?
No, that's the
Oh
trailer.
no, that's the trailer. Okay.
So
That right there. Video
it
not
has been
displayed.
removed.
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
This video's been
Copyright.
removed in response to a report from the cop. So it had to be kind of legitimate, I guess, if they
Yeah,
got
I
rid of
guess.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he does.
Huh. Well, yeah. I mean, someone. I guess. If you have access to it, you're gonna. If you want to take the risk, you're gonna try and make some extra money. So.
Right.
But hey, man.
So I got Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposedly coming out now. It's like the never ending Grand Theft Auto is just like constantly. I remember we used to play when we were younger, and the original Grand Theft Auto, you know, it's like this little guy walking around like getting into the door, like, you know, stealing stuff and shooting, you know.
Oh well, yeah. On the PS, it was on the PS1.
That was fun, man. That was so fun.
Yeah.
Because back then it was just so simple, and then things. I feel like games nowadays are just becoming so technical, like so detailed as far as how many different things you can do, and I feel like it can be overwhelming sometimes. Like I told you, I played the Fortnite too. I got downloaded on the PC, and I even streamed it live, put it on my channel, but it is so difficult to me because one, I'm not using a controller, and two, there's just too much involved. I mean, Fortnite is not about just shooting people. It's about more, to me, like defending. Like you need to defend yourself by building a box or building a house or, you know, whatever, chop a tree down. Like what? Why am I chopping a tree down if I'm supposed to shoot somebody? You know, like what is this about? Is this Minecraft inside of Call of Duty? Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
so
it's not just like PUBG. So
yeah, it's not. And but Grand Theft Auto 6, I did play Grand Theft Auto 5, and it was pretty cool. But it seemed even 5 seemed really crazy with what you could do inside of that. And they're thinking here that GTA 6 would be late of next year, 2020.
20. Is that what it says?
Well, late of 2020 right here. Optimistic release date.
Optimistic release. Okay.
Yeah. And they highly doubt they'll see anything before 2021. So I don't know. It's like contradicting now.
Yeah, maybe not even before 2022.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any official date, but this is just speculation. I mean, this could just be a picture with somebody wrote the Roman numerals. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know, so, but they are saying something interesting that they're talking about. Even this picture, this is from 5. They're talking about features such as full VR support.
Okay.
So we're talking virtual reality now, which to me is just like, do I really want to put like some head thing over my, you know, headset over my head and be in this? I mean, maybe I'm going to enjoy it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about virtual reality. How do you feel?
I think that if it was a completely immersive thing, I would be into it. Yeah. But I think we talked about this before, but when I say immersive, I mean to the fact where it is extremely difficult to tell the difference. Like, you know, you're in a game.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to tell the difference between reality and the game. So VR is definitely not there yet. So without it, it's definitely not there yet. So no, I probably wouldn't waste my money on this at all. I wouldn't waste my money on any VR gear or anything like that.
Yeah, so that's what basically this is going to be a new thing with GTA is going to have full VR support, virtual reality support.
Yeah,
So
everything here is a maybe.
yeah,
All this is a
a
is
lot of
all
the stuff we're talking
hearsay.
about today are all speculations and rumors and what's
Yeah,
coming out and stuff.
but
Um,
the next one you have is supposedly someone who has leaked information.
yeah, so Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 are rumored for BlizzCon
Mm,
2019. And this is a guy on Twitter as well. His name is Metro OW or Metro. Overwatch 2 is very much real and will be announced at BlizzCon after the short
cinematic.
cinematic. And then another one says, it would be funny. New Overwatch short that they would show at BlizzCon would have, I don't know, not that one. I'm
Um,
sorry. Here he says, for anyone who cares, Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 remastered will be also announced.
okay.
So whoever he is, he's saying an insider, I guess, is leaking information about this Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 remastered.
Yeah, and they're
Um,
really thinking this because as you can see right there, it says um, the deflating announcement from last year says drew palpable displeasure from the crowd because um, the last year's announcement was for a Diablo mobile game, and people were literally booing them
yeah,
on stage. They were like, we didn't come, like, like these like crazy,
yeah.
PC gamers are like,
Yeah,
you
nobody. I guess
son.
like gamers are not into the games on the cell phones.
No, definitely
They're
not. Definitely
like
not.
big time gamers are. They prefer the PC. They prefer the a controller in their hand. They don't like the mobile thing about it. They feel like the cell phone is not really made for gaming so much. Um, you know, than a
Yeah.
PC than a game console.
I mean, I've played, don't get me wrong, I've played decent games on my cell phone, but it's still never a match for first the um you know the console, and then if I needed to I would play on the PC, but I'm just not a PC gamer.
I feel like mobile games are just very easy. They're way much easier than they are for game consoles and PCs. Because I told you I played the Call of Duty mobile, and even that was just aim. You just aim and it shoots for you. You
Right, right.
can set it to where you have to tap to shoot,
Mm,
but the fact that you're letting me just aim and it shoots automatically just makes the game not fun. It's easy. It's too easy for me and it's not enjoyable.
yeah.
My daughter could play it and not even,
and, and
6 year
probably at
old.
least get a couple kills just from walking around.
Exactly.
So
So, all these mobile games they're totally different. They're easier and I definitely enjoy the game consoles.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Like after we're done here, I'm probably gonna mess around on the Nintendo Switch or the Xbox. I'm not
Oh,
sure,
nice.
not sure just yet. So, but it's still gonna be the old school 360 games if I do get
Hmm.
on if I do go on the Xbox. But it
Yeah.
is fun playing online against
Oh, yeah.
people on dudes on Super Smash Brothers online. Some of the people on there are so ridiculously good. It's not even fair. Like you can't even get a hit in.
Well, I feel like it's those guys are like these little kids that have been played nonstop, 24/7 because they can.
Yeah.
I'm not saying adults don't play like us, but I feel that the guys that are the ones that are playing so tremendously well, like experts, that they're just young kids who have nothing better to do except to sit there and play it all day long.
Yeah. I mean, like I know we briefly touched on this last yesterday, but like on that one game on Black Ops for 360. there were over 1 million people online at the same time for that one game.
Wow.
And so it's just crazy to me that that game's almost 10 years old. There's over 1 million people on at one time. So imagine how many millions of people are on all of these different games at one
Right.
time, all of the time.
It's
So
amazing how the bandwidth doesn't like how the band there's unlimited bandwidth, it seems like.
yeah, I mean everybody,
Like websites crash when so many people go to a website, but how does that work for gaming networks?
well, you know what? They actually they they rely on the individual's um
Internets?
internet connection.
Right. That's right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so they see who has the fastest internet connection,
So
basically.
whoever the host is the one who's providing the internet, basically.
Right. And so all the
Just smart.
all Microsoft or whatever gaming system is doing is just providing the service to
Service.
say it's just to say who should be the server, and that's it.
Right.
So they
You're
don't.
just logging into the game server, but you're still using your own internet to be the host of whatever it is.
Right, right. Yeah, so an individual is the host of the game.
Right.
So, yep. It's crazy because if you ever see like somebody quit in the middle of a game, it'll say like switching hosts,
Yeah. Yeah.
this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So,
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I forgot.
yeah,
It's the
it's
individual
crazy.
person.
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about any of that because they can switch it up like that and just switch it to somebody else, as soon as
I
possible.
remember we used to play zombies and we would be on like level like I don't know 53 and it would be
Mm.
like crash, like
Yeah, that would
no,
yep,
ah.
yep.
Like what?
The only thing that is like it would show you that it would show people that you hit that level, but it was just
Right.
like that was it. That's the only thing you had of that. You'd spend like
Yeah.
3 hours, if not more, of your time getting to this level, and then all you have to show for that is a number that you hit this level.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know if this is really worth it. But none of it
Yeah.
is. I mean, people
It's
think
just like
these.
there is no end to it. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, even like team death matches, like whoever has the most kills, you're like, okay, I got a ton of kills over the last couple months, but there's nothing you can hold in your hand that says like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
It's just all on the console. So, but yeah, so I was gonna switch gears here for a second, and I know I've talked to you about this, and this isn't anything new, but I think it's relatively new to Netflix, and it's Sherlock Holmes, but basically it's just called Sherlock on Netflix, and it's exactly like, I mean, they do. I actually read a lot of these books from his name's like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle or some shit, something like. Wait,
Yeah.
yes,
Sir Arthur
Sir
Conan
Arthur
says.
Conan Doyle. He's the one who wrote these detective stories. But this was years ago that he wrote these. I mean, decades ago. But what's his name? Cumberbatch is the guy. He plays Doctor Strange in the Marvel universe.
Hmm.
So, but him and the guy who plays Dr. Watson is the guy who plays in who's Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
So, but the only reason I have it up is because I think that it is an incredible series for anyone to watch, and I mean, you just get sucked in so. Oh my god! Like just how like you almost feel like you're with the characters in the show. Like it's really just that good.
Yeah, that's the best when
So
you can be pulled into it like you're there. You feel
yeah,
like you're there.
that's exactly what it is. So, and it's they played it on the BBC, so like it's it's not like crazy violent or anything like that. Like there are like some like shock scenes and whatnot.
They have a couple of
But
movies, Sherlock Holmes. There's a
I
couple of
know they
movies,
have
right?
one with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
who did he also did a great job.
Yeah, I saw the movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
This is a TV show,
but
and
yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, who played, like I said, who plays Doctor Strange in the Marvel universe. Um, he, I mean, every show is like about an hour and a half, and there's four seasons, but every show you're just like, I'm like, I gotta go to bed, and I'm like, one more, all right, one
yeah,
more, I'll play one
yeah,
more.
right.
So,
That's like Stranger Things.
right, exactly. And now this, I'm not going to lean on this, so I'm just recommending anybody, if you have Netflix, it's right there. Every season is available. It's fantastic.
It says
So
Amazon Prime. It's free on there too.
yeah, it's everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I watched it on Netflix,
Mhm.
but but yeah, you definitely get. It's one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. So that's just something I wanted to touch on really quick. And this is, so you see the title, $35 billion, 30, I'm sorry, $35 billion face data lawsuit against Facebook will proceed. And long story short, it's just saying that Facebook lost a battle in its war to stop a $35 billion class action lawsuit regarding alleged misuse of facial recognition data in Illinois. So with
That's
that,
weird. That's just Illinois.
yeah, just Illinois. So
And I don't use. I mean, I use face recognition for my phone and some apps, but not. I never used it for Facebook.
okay, um, so yeah, the long story short here is that they're saying, like, we didn't give Facebook permission to do this, and Facebook could face a $1,000 to $5,000 penalty per user, and but there's 7 million users that are
Oh, that's
affected.
great. So
So
$35 million
35
dollars.
$35 billion, yeah.
Really, yeah.
And I kind of hope that happens, to be honest with you, because I don't know. The last time, I'm not saying there aren't beneficial aspects of Facebook, but the last time I was on it, like, I couldn't read the comments anymore, and that's
Really?
just me. It's the same with YouTube. A lot
Yeah.
with YouTube, I don't read a lot of comments
Okay.
because the the best time when you get the best comments when you're doing a giveaway. Oh, thanks so much. You're
Yeah.
the best. I
I
love you.
actually
Da, da,
remember I said
da.
I had replied to all those
Mm,
comments, which I just feel respectful to reply to the comments of the giveaway, but I actually
yeah.
deleted them all. So
Right.
to make it
Right.
easier for when we do the giveaway, guys, if you're listening, Paul will do the giveaway, and it'll just make it easier to filter through the comments instead of all the replies that I posted. So,
Oh, we can do it.
yeah.
Well, we've got to figure. I mean, we can do it live or however we're gonna
Yeah,
do
no, I'm just
it.
saying I deleted all my replies to
Mm,
everybody's comments, and it was like 100 some
Jesus.
comments.
Yeah.
So,
I
um,
mean, when I look on my channel, because I have so many videos, like, some of the people are just straight up assholes.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I get some of that every now and then.
you get some cancer on YouTube comments as well, and it's just like, like, there'll be stuff on there that's like, kill yourself, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
You're like, Jesus
Yeah, I mean,
Christ,
if I
dude.
see that, I just remove it. I'm not even worried about what you said. I mean, I'm removing it just point
Yeah.
blank, point blank, point
Well,
blank.
if I do see it, I typically love it. I heart
Really?
it. Yeah, I heart it.
That's funny.
So I just
I guess
heart it.
that's a good way to put a different spin to it.
Yeah. So I just heart it and keep it, and I write, thanks for your comment. Something like that. And
I thought it
we
was funny. I actually have a video of we had a hamster that actually passed away of cancer, but this video I had, it was like the best Amazon, what do you call it, cage for a hamster, according to Amazon. So
right.
we bought it and we changed the cages out. And I said, this is my old cage. This is the new cage.
Right.
It's like the best one according to Amazon. And I showed it, and I showed the hamster in there doing her thing. And then I get so many comments of people, and they're like, "This isn't the right square footage. We need a hamster needs 1,500 square feet, and
Right,
it needs
right,
to be 9 foot long by 18 feet wide." And I'm like, the hamster is fine. We're feeding it. It's drinking water. It seems to be happy. We let
right.
it out every now and then. It runs in a ball. I mean, you're telling me that it needs a full size bedroom to live in. What you're
It's full
telling
size.
me,
It needs
like,
its own studio apartment.
yeah, it needs its own apartment. Like some of these people, like I just don't understand where they come up with this. That a tiny little creature like this needs to live in a giant like house. Like it just
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Was this on Facebook?
On my YouTube,
It's on YouTube. Oh,
I
okay.
made a YouTube video, and people were constantly commenting saying how it's not long enough or wide enough. It's not the right square footage, and it's on the wheel, and I see the back is turning or something, like the back's turning as the wheel's like whoop. That's not good. The spine is going to come out of place.
Oh my god,
Like
hamster
what?
enthusiasts
Yeah, like
aren't like hamsters lifespans like next to nothing?
yeah, they're only like max maybe 3 years, but our hamster had cancer, so only lived about a year and a half.
Interesting.
Um, so have to refocus.
There you go.
So sometimes it works, sometimes
Yeah,
it's
no,
weird.
it's
There
weird.
it
Yeah,
goes.
there you go. Um, this was something that I found interesting as I was driving home tonight. I was listening to there's a podcast called Dr. Drew. It's called Dr. Drew After Dark,
Okay.
and this guy is phenomenal. He's one of the main doctors that help. You know Steve-O from Jackass.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's one of the main doctors that helped him get sober.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so they actually started talking about somebody called in about vaping, and they're
Oh,
like,
wow.
"Oh, I don't know what to, like, like I started smoking cigarettes again because I heard all
Yeah.
these vaping deaths." And he actually brought some light into this, and he was actually saying that these that it's not the regular vapes, it's the fucking THC vapes
Yeah. Yeah. I
that
heard about
are
that too.
so everybody started freaking out about vapes in general,
Yeah.
just vaping in general.
Right.
And he said typically that is still way better than smoking, like
Yeah.
on what we
You would
were
think so.
initially sold on. But no, but before, like when this whole thing was happening like a month and a half ago,
Right.
even a month ago, and still happening, it was oh my god, I forget the word that he used, but it was like hijacked THC vapes or something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
That was what went wrong.
Yeah.
So if you like, I'm not condoning or suggesting anybody vape, but like I know a lot of people who have stopped smoking cigarettes to vape. And so that actually still seems, according to Dr. Drew, who I definitely respect, and I think he's like a really intelligent guy.
Hmm.
Um, I he's saying like we don't. He's like there's like small things that we see, but like it. He's like as far as like really long term, he's like yeah, we really don't know, but he's like but from what we've seen over the last 10 years or so, is that there's not there isn't any. He's like it is way safer than smoking.
Yeah, it has to
So
be. I mean, you're not putting all the chemicals in yours in the cigarette. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, what is it? It's battery acid, rat poison, and cigarettes.
Yeah, they
You
say there's all
know,
kinds of fun stuff in there. So,
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah,
But
that's
this
yeah. But that
people
whole
dying of
thing,
vaping is like, states are like banning it now or whatever they're doing, not selling it or
yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, supposedly, like stuff was getting in people's, the juice was getting in people's lungs
right.
and stuff like that. But this was not hijack. What's the Like some,
Like
not
modified or something? Or you mean no? You mean like it's kind of like
it,
with drugs where it could be a bad batch, where it's
basically,
like
yeah,
cut with something,
yeah,
you
it's,
know,
yeah, it was something like that. Like
like it's mixed in there or something.
it was basically like a bad batch essentially
Yeah,
on these like specific models. So, but because all these people started freaking out and started just chucking their vapes, like just
right.
like or getting rid of them because they thought it was every vape that um, they thought it was every vape in existence that was causing this.
Hmm.
But it was just these ones. It was just like literally these like those smaller ones that people use to smoke
Right.
the
What do
THC
they call
with.
them, Jules or
No, no. Well,
like
Juul has
small?
nicotine in it, but
Okay.
it's
That.
just it was the ones with the THC in it
Mhm.
that were actually causing it. So yeah, causing these like lung problems and like pneumonia like symptoms. So yeah, interesting. But
So yeah, I remember when I was a kid and I tried cigarettes and I hid it under my bed, and my mom came up and had found them under the bed and was yelling at me and all this kind of stuff. And ever since then, I never did cigarettes again.
yeah,
So it wasn't ever for me. I never liked it. So
yeah, it's just a bad habit, man. That's all it is. It's just like any other habit. You just get stuck doing it, and
it's
then
expensive too. It ain't cheap,
yeah.
cigarettes.
You know what's funny though is I found before when I quit,
Hmm.
um, like I quit for like a year, and
Yeah.
then but I spent so much more money on like yes, it is you should definitely quit. 100% you should quit.
Right.
Um, but the money aspect, I spent so much more money on food.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you gain weight, you get hungry, right? You eat more.
Yeah, so I mean your metabolism is I guess so you're when you stop smoking, supposedly your sugar levels drop too. So like you're like kind of like fiending for like sugar like substances or you just
Right.
want to eat and so forth. So and it also helps to regulate your metabolism. I think that's the only beneficial aspect of smoking.
Tuh.
So is it actually can keep you not skinny, but it can prevent you from getting like really fucking fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the only, but that's it. Other than that, it's a terrible, terrible habit in general, and
Yeah.
everything else, even the food and stuff like that, you can moderate and control. If you quit smoking, you can control, you know, a lot of other things because you'll have a confidence boost,
Right.
that you can do it. So it's just the first 2 weeks are the worst. Once you get over the first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
then
You gotta get through your withdrawal, right?
there's no reason to go back. So, and sometimes
No.
you won't get withdrawal if your mental state is there,
Hmm.
you will not get withdrawal from cigarettes. If
Oh
you're
well.
like, if you are sincerely done, but that's something that comes like without you expecting it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
something in you goes like, we have to stop now. Um, and when that happens, then you do not experience, a withdrawal that would be as intense as if you were like, okay, well, I know I have to stop, but I don't want to. And then
Right.
that's when it gets difficult. So, but if there's a mindset that's like, no, then it's just like, okay, we're done. But yeah,
Yeah. You know better than I do, sir.
yeah, it's annoying. It's an annoying little habit. So, but I don't know. Do you have anything else for tonight?
No, that's about it. You know, I thought it was. I do want to mention this though. I think it's kind of funny, and I did talk to you this that we do giveaways, and when we
Hmm.
do a giveaway, we ask for people to do certain things. So I did my giveaway, and the certain things are one to make your subscription public, make your the video that you like, that giveaway video, make that public, and then comment something. So I did all that in my last giveaway, and this is the first time this happened. The person who won, um, everything was fine. They won. They sent me the email. I gave them the email. I mean, I put the email in, sent them the money. They
Mm.
actually said they got the money. They thanked me. And then like a few, not even like a minute later, it said that they subscribed again, which means they unsubscribed because YouTube doesn't tell you when someone unsubscribes. They'll tell you when
Yeah,
someone
subscribe.
subscribed in your email or whatever, if
Mm.
it's a public subscription. So it says they resubscribed or subscribed again. And
Mm.
then I see a new comment from the same person that said that they didn't get the money. They didn't get the money. Oh man, this was they didn't get the money. That this was a scam. Someone was impersonating me, and I
Right,
need you to
right.
send the money again, or to send it to me, the right person.
Right, right.
So, and I read the comment. It was the same person that commented last time with the same account, with the
Mm.
same, everything was the same. So I mean, I'm not going to send more money. But then what kills me is that after giveaways, people go and unsubscribe.
Yeah.
So then it tells me that you didn't really care about, me or my channel. You just cared about the money. Well, if you, as Paul told me, I mean, it's a good point is that we don't only do giveaways one time, we do them a lot. So we do them again in the future. And so why not stay subscribed? Why would you unsubscribe to somebody who's giving you money, especially if you win?
Right. It
And
does.
even if you don't, you might have a chance for another future giveaway.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have, a subscription just sitting on the left-hand side of your, of your
Yeah,
whole YouTube page, and then one day you look up and you see new Amazon gift card giveaway. And so, it's like, oh my, it's not like we're pumping out videos every day where it's annoying.
right.
So like PewDiePie does. So like PewDiePie is a YouTuber who posts videos every day, and you're like, oh my god, enough! Like I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, and even
So
if you don't want you to be notified, you have the option to turn notifications off. So I
right,
do post videos frequently, maybe daily or twice a week, or it just depends on what I'm doing. I can't do it every day because I work, but some days I do them back to back, and I enjoy making them. And understand that not every video that Paul and I put out, and even on this podcast, there may not be for you, but there are some videos that you probably would enjoy, or get some use from for your daily life if it's a how-to video. So, if that's the case, if there's a video that you feel has had an impact on you, whether it was Paul or I or on this podcast, why not remain subscribed? It doesn't make sense why you would unsubscribe. It's free to be subscribed. There's no charge. So, I never understood the unsubscribing thing.
yeah, and I think we've covered like we've covered so many things that we've had to have touched like a million, like so many people's thought process at least once.
Yeah,
There's been at least one time where we have talked about something that you would be interested in,
right,
at at the very least once. So, and typically people do come to podcasts for personalities, more than the actual topics of, the topics of discussion are cool, but a
yeah.
lot of people come for the personalities as well.
I agree
So,
with that. Yeah,
but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, people have their prerogatives, but like I've had people try to cheat me on, on giveaways before, and that's why I've actually asked in the past for people to put, I would say, hey, make a new account and make a BS account, but put your email in your comment.
right, right,
So I'm like, okay, this is the email from this comment, so this is who it's getting sent to. That way there's no
right,
miscommunication. And that's another reason why it sucks that that YouTube took away the messaging feature, because that made
right,
it
right.
easier as well, because you could add them as a friend and then you could message them and say, hey, I'm sending it over now, what's the email? So,
Yeah,
but either way, you always figure it out. So, but yeah, so you can keep the um yeah, that's what I recommend, is like people just make a BS account. If you don't want your account to be shown to people, just there's a website called email.com. Just go there and make or mail.com and make a all you have to do is just make an email address. We send it there, and all you have to do is click on the link to receive the e-gift card. So it's
That's
pretty
awesome.
easy. Pretty easy. So, but yeah, man. Well, it
Awesome.
is. So it is now October 20th,
Oh, congratulations.
12,
Yeah, 12:20.
12:22 a.m. So
Almost Halloween, almost time for the next giveaway to be released.
Yeah, so November 1st is when we'll release the one for this channel. So, say who the winner is. So, but appreciate everybody who's been checking that out. And I showed Chris earlier, like, what was it? It was like September 29th. We had 50 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then, as of October 19th, we had 134. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
So
thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We're definitely looking forward to doing more. We appreciate all your support. Just please, we'd like to get you guys involved too. So if you're watching this, comment, chat with us when it premieres and Paul makes it go live. Not live, but premiere live. We'll chat with you guys in the chat.
Yeah, so. I don't know if I might premiere. I might just premiere it like tomorrow, like tomorrow morning, or like have it premiere at like noon tomorrow. So that way, I don't know. We'll see.
Because whatever you want to do.
It's going to take an hour to encode, a little bit less, but still.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
All right, guys.
Yeah. All right. 23 in the bag. So cool. All right, guys. We'll see you on 24. So
awesome.
All
see
right.
you guys. Have a good one.
Later.